PBB family to the What's Poppin' at Pepsi Roadshow. I'm here with Byron Brooks, the Sales Vice President of Food Service. We're going to be talking today. Byron, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So do you want to tell the folks at PBB a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hey, my name is Byron Brooks. I'm in charge of the food service division, and I also have responsibilities for beverage equipment services and the carry call center. So I've been at PBB now for over 4.5 years.
Wow. Where were you before this?
So I've got a long career. I've been with Pepsi for over 34 years.
Wow.
So I went to the University of Arkansas, graduated in 1991, and have basically worked for Pepsi my whole career.
Wow.
So started in Tulsa, Oklahoma as a management trainee, and worked for PepsiCo for the first 30 years.
Wow.
And then now I've been with PBB for the last 4.5.
So you said you lived all over the place, traveled everywhere. What was your favorite place you lived?
So I lived in a lot of different places. You know, I tell you, all of them were very unique amongst themselves. I'd probably say Michigan, because I'd never been there. When I first told my wife that we were moving to Detroit, kind of her jaw dropped. And but after the end of the 10 years that we were there, she absolutely loved it. It was hard to leave. So
Tough sell, Detroit, I'm sure sometimes.
yeah.
Right. But I know you've been with Pepsi for a while.
Yeah.
What's one thing you wish you could have told Byron that just graduated from Arkansas before he started this crazy journey?
So I would tell you, for the first 10 years of my career, it was how fast you could climb. Like, I was really working hard to try to move to the next position, to get the promotion, to get more money. And along the way, I forgot about enjoying the journey, right? And so I would just tell anyone, make sure you're taking it all in, because hopefully you're planning to have a long career here, and there's just so much you can learn in each job that you're given. And I think that's probably one of the most important things I wish I would have kind of taken charge of.
That's incredible advice.
Yeah.
I think anyone could use, no matter your role from food service all the way to driving a truck, right?
Right.
Yeah. So we're going to go to a quick ad with Pepsi Zero. Thank you so much. We'll be right back.
Hey, grab me one too.
Welcome back, PBB family. I'm still here with Byron Brooks, and we're just going to keep on talking. So, Byron,
Yes.
I know when you're in Detroit, you probably closed a lot of big customers. Can you tell us about a few of them?
Yeah, so Detroit, we had a lot of success. Probably the highlight of while I was in Detroit was the ability to work on the Little Caesars pizza business.
Oh, wow.
So at the time, nationally, there was about 3,300 restaurants. Pepsi only had 200 of them, and a few of them were scattered in Detroit. And so the Ilitch family that also owned like the Red Wings and the Tigers, we were close friends with them. And so when PepsiCo came in to pitch, we kind of took the lead for winning the Little Caesars business. So probably
Wow.
that's one of the career highlights that I have.
Now, do you still have any connection with Little Caesars?
Yeah, so when we did the renewal, 4 or 5 years ago, I actually flew back into Detroit because I was still friends with the CEO of Little Caesars, and some of the staffers were still there from when I originally pitched it a long time ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
It just shows your connection is always there, and I'm sure you know the importance of building strong connections with people. And that's one of the key things about food service. You want to make sure you're keeping your customers happy.
Right.
Customers are always there. We want to be there for them and build that relationship.
Correct.
Can you tell us a little bit about where you see the future of food service?
So food service plays a massive role in growing the PepsiCo business and the PBV business. Matter of fact, we just got back from AOP, and the top 3 priorities, the third priority was grow restaurant share by 3 points. Because when people come and interact with our brands, they're more typical to go to the convenience store or grocery store to purchase them as well. So major influence on the overall growth of our business.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And what do you think some challenges are with food service, really, coming up?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously, competition, is high. As we win more business, KO gets more competitive.
Mhm.
So we've got to be great about knowing our brands. We've got to get great at our relationships with folks, and really embedding in the business such that it's too hard to leave us.
Yeah, that's truly incredible.
Yeah.
And so, with food service, it's always we want to get new people in. What would you say makes a great food service rep to encourage those food service reps one day?
So first, I think you have to be extremely confident in yourself. I think you have to be a people person. I think you have to get used to the word no. And I think you need to be persistent. That's probably the most important word I would tell you, because it could take you 6, 7, 8 times with the same customer going back in pitching, and that may be what it takes to get to the final yes. Because very rarely in our business do you get the business on the first sale.
Mm-hmm. Do you have any examples of like how many times you have to go and pitch one customer?
Oh yeah. So Tulsa, Oklahoma, Bourbon Street. The guy had 12 restaurants.
Wow.
And I showed up every Friday for 12 Fridays in a row.
Wow.
I came up with a different reason to come by, whether it was insights or I had little tickets for something. I brought him a putter. And finally the guy was like, hey, you're not going to stop coming in, are you? And I said, I'm not. And he said, well, I'll tell you what, I've got a new concept. It's Mexican, not like the Bourbon Street concept that they had. I'm going to give you a shot. So I threw everything in the kitchen sink at it. I had 4 install crews. I had my whole team there, and we ended up winning that business. And then he turned around 4 weeks later and gave us all of this business.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. It just shows the power of persistence, guys. So one final question I have for you. As someone that just graduated college, hopefully started my career at PBV,
Yeah.
what advice would you give someone like me or coming into the PBV family?
Yeah, I would say, just a strong work ethic right out of the gate. I say I would also make sure that you do what you say you're going to do, follow through, be persistent, and be open to learning, right? So that's the most important thing. I'm still learning after 34 years, and I think you got to take time in your calendar to make sure that this block is for learning, because there's going to be a lot coming at you. You got to make sure you take time for yourself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Byron.
Yeah.
Speak for everyone. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you too. Great job.
And thank you, Pepsi Zero and Gatorade Water, for this video.